When we're rolling a little ball, we start with our fingers. We put our fingers together and use your thumb to hold the end down, and then we wind it just loosely around our fingers. Not too tight, we don't want to hurt our fingers. So wind it around a few times like this, and then wiggle your fingers out and squash it in half and wrap your wool around that so it looks a bit like a bow tie, and then squash it in half because we're going to make a little ball of wool. You just keep doing a few little turns and turn the ball around. A couple of turns and then turn it around. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look neat. We're just making a little ball of wool so that it will fit through the middle of our donut. I can make it a bit bigger. And then I get my scissors and there's my little ball. So we're getting closer to the end of the roll and it's unravelling a bit. So we just need to keep going. Keep turning the pom-pom donut around a little bit. Oop. Sometimes it gets a bit tangled, but you keep threading it through the hole and twisting it around so we're going around. Covering all the sides, all around as evenly as possible. And then when we get to the end of this roll, that's okay. Just pull it through like this. And get another ball. So here's my leftover ball of wool, but it's not going to fit through there, so I'm going to need to make another little ball of wool that will fit through my donut hole. So after you've done that, you can squash this in half and then wind the wool around it. Turn it around a little bit. So we're making a little ball. It's a bit fiddly, but you can try and keep going until you've got it. I have been practicing for a long time. My mum taught me to make pom-poms when I was a little girl too. So this is about the right size. Oh, I could make it a bit bigger. And then get your scissors. And then when this one's finished, just use your thumb to hold that end, put this end in and start the new one. Just go over that place where the end was a couple of times to hold it in place. And then you can keep going round the donut. Thank you. Keep going. This is the tricky bit. See how the little hole in the middle of the donut is very small now, You can keep going until it's even smaller, but I want to show you. I'm going to stop here because I have been going for a long time and I've used a lot of wool, and I'm going to use my scissors. This is a time when you might need to use some help from a grown-up. Now remember when we started it, we had 2 bits of cardboard in here. We're going to try and wiggle our scissors down in between those 2 bits of cardboard. So first of all, I'm just going to snip, keep your fingers out of the way, snip a couple of the, you can go a bit closer if you like. Thanks. Snip a few layers of the wool until you can see where the cardboard is. Oh, still getting there. Oh dear, this is a very thick pom-pom. Okay, you can pause it. This is the tricky bit. Trying to wiggle the scissors down into between the 2 bits of cardboard. So some of your pom-pom is coming away, and that's okay, just be very gentle with it. We don't want to pull them, otherwise they can all unravel. So I've just finished cutting around the donut, around the bits of cardboard, and after that I threaded a piece of string in between the 2 pieces of cardboard, and I tied it really nice and tightly. One knot and another knot. So that keeps all the little bits of fluffy wool in place. Then after I'd used my extra piece of string to tie a knot in between the 2 bits of cardboard, then I just gently ripped the cardboard and pulled it out from between these lovely fluffy bits of wool. Now I've got my 2 bits of wool that I'm going to use with my wool needle to attach it to my beanie that it matches. Now before I do that, if it's got any bits that are a little bit longer than the others, you can give your beanie, your pom-pom, a little haircut, but just be very gentle with it because we don't want it all to come apart. If you pull these bits, they will come out, and we don't want that. It's so fluffy, it's so beautiful. So enjoy making your own pom-pom. Perhaps you could put it onto a beanie, or perhaps you could use it as a Christmas decoration. Thank you. Here it is, all finished. On my slouchy beanie. Thank you.